Hello everyone, Ace here, and today let's talk about the BBC, and specifically how they tried to very disgustingly smear Tim Pool, in a way so severe that they ended up having to delete the tweet where they tried to do this. Now for those who are not aware, this is all surrounding a recent mass shooting in Texas, and it is worth noting that information has dropped about the perpetrator that has made people question the authenticity of that information, with one of the individuals being Tim Pool, who is accused of being watched by the perpetrator at some point. Because, of course, journalists love to pull the old guilt by association fallacy. However, the BBC, in response to this, decided to create an article titled "Why Some People Are Spreading False Rumors About the Texas Gunman." An ironic title for reasons that I will now get into, because on Twitter, the BBC decided to use for the thumbnail of this article an image of Tim Pool. It's worth noting, by the way, that this thumbnail is not the thumbnail used at the headline of the article as well, meaning that it was deliberately chosen by the BBC. And the only reason for a news organization such as the BBC to do this is to imply that Tim Pool was the gunman, and hope that people don't actually click and read through the article to find out otherwise. What an incredibly disgusting thing for the BBC to do in order to try to smear someone that they don't like. Fortunately, community notes are now a thing on Twitter, and thus this particular article had the added context to show that the BBC was being extremely misleading through their thumbnail. Eventually, the BBC got enough flack for doing this that they actually took down the original tweet and replaced it with a new one without the thumbnail. Although, of course, people are still, and very justly I might add, chewing them out for what they originally did. And let's be clear here, what the BBC did was no accident. It was deliberate and malicious in nature, and the BBC should be ashamed of themselves. This is exactly why public support in mainstream news media has been on the decline for so long, because this is simply so beyond the pale. This is why when the last of the mainstream news media outlets closes their doors, it will be a good day for humanity as a whole, because what we have right now is nothing short of abject propaganda and tyranny. And no matter how much the BBC wants to try to run and hide from what they have done here, the truth is that the internet, of course, does not forget. And thankfully, people have taken the time to archive that tweet. So I will, of course, be providing a link to that in the description below, so you can check it out for yourself if you should so desire. But in any case, this has been Ace. Hope to see you guys again soon. Take care. Ace out.